you. All my life I've been dreaming of.
Hey guys, it's me again. I know I've been a little bit slacking on my videos, and there's just reason for that. If you guys are keeping up with my blog posts in lifeofthepooter.tumblr.com, you'll understand a little bit more. Here I am in my extremely messy dorm room. I've been in the process of kind of packing up because we leave in 2 weeks, so excited for that. What I've been trying to get across with this entire video series is that I want to focus on people who are reaching out of their comfort zones and chasing their dream. One of the first examples that came to mind was Lisa Satchell, a Howard University student who has just recently finished editing her very first short film, Another One Gone. A chance to sit down with her and talk to her about not only the film, but also about her own YouTube channel, FindRelisa Productions, which I definitely suggest you check out. And, well, I don't want to give too much away, but here's the interview. What's your major in school right now, and what school are you currently attending?
Okay, I go to Howard University.
Okay.
I'm majoring technically in media journalism film with a concentration in film and TV.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of how our school is. It's kind of like such a broad one, and then you kind of just narrow it down to something that's usually like really specific.
Right, it takes you like 10 minutes to say what you're actually majoring in.
Do you know, didn't you used to go to a school in New York City for your freshman year? Or how did that, what made you decide to go back to Howard?
Okay, so my first semester of college, I went to Marymount Manhattan College in New York, and I majored in theater performance. And the school wasn't for me, and I was really upset there, and I just didn't like it as much. And rather than doing my acting homework, I wanted to be editing my YouTube videos for my vlogging channel. So that was kind of well, maybe I want to major in communications. So the plan was actually to go back for spring semester and major in I might hear myself talk twice, so I'm trying to focus, but it's hard.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna
No, it's not you, it's me, I think. There's something going on over here. Anyways, so I was gonna go back spring semester and major in theater performance and communications, but I just didn't want to go back because I love the city, I love the people there, I love the friends I made. It's the school wasn't for me. So I went to community college my second semester. That was a good time for me to find myself and really just understand what I wanted to do, because I took a theater class, a music production class, and a video production class. And I ended up liking the video production class the best. And then I came to Howard's Accepted Students Day, and that was life-changing, and I loved it. So that's why I decided to come here and major in what I majored in.
Yeah, no, it seems like you're doing really well for yourself, regardless.
Thank you.
But speaking of your YouTube channel, I was trying to watch. I've watched a lot of them in the past, but before the interview, I was trying to watch a little bit more just to kind of refreshing myself up. But what was your motivation behind that? Because you seem, with every video that you make on that, you kind of just seem like you know what you're doing. You're very calm, collected. There's no roughness to it. You know exactly what you want to say. And where do you get your motivation for that?
That's very flattering, because sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say. So at first it was really just the first video on there is me and my friend doing this chicken nuggets challenge, just being stupid, right? So at first it was just well, I want to be a YouTuber, why not? And that was my senior year of high school, and now I'm in my sophomore year of school, so that was almost 2 years ago. And I don't know, it was just because I wanted to be a YouTuber at the time. And now it's just it's definitely more structured than it was before. I write down main points I want to talk about, try to keep it under 5 minutes, because I've noticed I could go on and talk for 10 minutes because I like talking.
Yeah.
So I've tried to keep myself stuck into certain things now to make my channel better. And I think it's been working because I've been getting a lot of subscribers recently. So, yeah.
My current project that I've been working on with my personal video blog is a lot about kind of finding yourself, kind of finding out where you place yourself and to be happy and find your own personal motivation. And one thing that I really did love was Do You December. That was one of the greatest things that I have seen in a long time on YouTube, especially from someone who I know personally. And that was actually what kind of gave me a little bit more motivation to start really working in the plans of mine. But where did you get that idea? I really liked it. That was amazing.
It's kind of petty how I got the idea, but I'll tell you. Okay, so there's this girl at my school, and she did No Days Off November.
Uh-huh.
And she's a YouTuber as well, but she has like less subscribers. And I was like, since we go to the same school, we're in the same major, let's lift each other up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, could I do this with you? And she was like, no, it's kind of my thing. So, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'll make my own for December. And then December was born. So, it's a kind of petty thing.
That's funny, though.
But, like, I kind of wanted, well, not only because I thought my subscribers or, like, my friends and family, like, needed to, be motivated, but I felt like I needed to be motivated. Like, it was the end of the year. Finals were coming up. I was like, listen, it's time to get it. It's time to do better. So December was born out of pettiness and encouragement.
That's good. That's how some of the greatest ideas are born. So
Right.
now we can go ahead and start talking about Another One Gone. What's the backstory? How did this whole idea come about?
It's crazy because this idea has actually been in my head for like, I want to say about all year, at least all school year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was very much sparked by the Mike Brown situation and everything that happened with that.
Right.
I went to, the first night I moved into school, they had a prayer vigil for Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, do whatever you can to change this, to make people aware. And like at the time, all I could do was make a YouTube video, I thought. So, but then I got this idea to write the script. So Another One Gone is very much about the Black Lives Matter movement and like how it's affecting the people around the protesters and the protesters themselves. So, yeah, that's a little bit about it. I don't want to give too much away. I'm trying to think what else I can say. But I guess the Mike Brown situation just really got to me because it was like the Trayvon Martin thing happened and I was affected, but I was in high school then and like not really aware too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
But coming to like a historically black college and like all these other things really added to like how it was on my mind, like on the forefront of my mind. So yeah, and it's funny because in my senior year of high school, I wrote part of, I don't know how to say this without getting away. I wrote part of like what happens in like the ending of Another One Gone. I basically wrote my senior year in high school.
Well, I'm definitely excited. So take me through your whole process. So you said you started writing it when you were a senior in high school, and then you kind of just kept going with the script, kind of taking personal experiences and everything going on in the world, obviously. And then when did it become an actual physical, I want to get this filmed, I want to start working on pre-production and that kind of deal? How did that all begin?
The script didn't get finished until the beginning of spring semester. And the script writing really started fall semester. I don't know exactly when, but fall semester. And then I was like, yo, this reminds me of something I wrote in high school. Like, and so it all started connecting, you know? And then, I wasn't really active about, like, finishing it because the ending's really sad. So I was like, I don't feel like writing it. It's sad. I don't want to do it. And then, I finished writing it, and then a girl on my campus, her name is Giselle Johnson. She has been so helpful in this process. She has been my producer, and she's basically was like the one who was like, well, let me look at your script. I'll help you out. And it's funny because she's like my age, but I just look up to her so much because she has had like 3 web series, and like she's very helpful to everything that I'm doing and like pushing me. So like she read my script. She was like, cool, I'll help you edit it some more, and I'll be your producer. Then the next time we met, she was like, okay, so what's your production company called? Okay, so when are we going to do casting calls? So it was all like, it just like happened. It all kept going and going until like we were at casting. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. Definitely like it was like meant to happen that way, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys, I understand you guys just finished wrapping up filming today? Mm-hmm. Wow, so what's the next step? What happens next?
We're in post-production post-production now, I guess. Well, it's just me in post-production. I have to edit it, all of it. And wrapping up filming was really sad. Like, I cried and everything. Like, it's like my baby, my first short film, and it's like, we technically only knew, we all knew each other, of course, because we all go to the same school. They all ended up being actors who go here. But, like, for 6 weeks, we worked on this. And not even, like, all together at the same time. It was like, we met, like, 2 or 3 times as a whole group. And I still feel like we have a family going. Like, it was just so real. Like, I don't know. So rapping was really sad. And, like, but now I'm getting to go into pre-production and look at their faces for hours and hours and hours on end. So I don't know if I'll miss them too much once I finish editing.
Tell me what you went through with casting. I know you put up a picture today, actually, of... Now, who was in those pictures?
If you're looking at the collage, the one with the guy and the girl, the guy is, his name is John. I have so much trouble pronouncing his last name, but if you look on FindRelisa Prod, his last name is on his first picture I posted of him.
Right.
It's like, I don't even want to try to butcher it, but it starts with a C. And, the girl, her name is Admira Cooper. And the lighter-skinned girl in the picture is Jade Olivia Patton. Jade-Olivia is her first name, and then Patton's her last name. It's crazy how all that happened, because we had the casting call, and that went well, and it was like, I put it out on Craigslist, I'd like talked to different people around my school, so it was a good amount of people. It's like, we knew these people before, and it all just happened. Even though we like put all these ads and everything, like, it still ended up being people who we were close enough to that, like, this was, like, good. I don't know, it's like everyone just got put in the right place at the right time, it felt like. Right.
How did each of their auditions go?
It was hard because I didn't pull any of those, like, really, really intense parts, because, one, I didn't want to give away too much to people who may not get cast.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was more of just catching the essence of, like, the characters and finding where that was. Jade Olivia plays Tasha. John plays Jason. And then Myra plays Amira, which is funny because their names are mad close. But Amira and Jason, they actually had the same scene for auditions because they get into an argument and it's really intense and really heated, and that's like kind of the climax of the entire like show. So it was really important that be brought to light and that be executed well. It was just a really important scene. So when they both auditioned, they each read that separately, and then at callbacks they read that same scene together because it was that important. And for Tasha, she's basically the comic relief of the whole thing. So it's like her first scene, she's just like chilling, but she's really funny and she's really energetic. So it was about capturing that for her.
What's the biggest message you want people to walk away with this film? I know you obviously had intentions in the beginning of it, and I know you probably have some type of idea of what you want people to kind of get away from that. What would that be?
That change can't wait, and you can't wait to be affected by something personally before you act on it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you stay tuned for Lisa Satchell's first premiere video. I believe coming out May 1st or 2nd. I don't think there's been an official date set, but stay tuned and follow FindRelisa Productions for more information. And thank you for watching.
Oh my